everyone. This is Paleo. Progress report on this particular save. This is part 5. I am now 79 hours into this save. That's 50 hours more game time than the last time I broadcast. So an update, all the base missions are complete now. Let me go to the log. All the base-related missions and the percentage-based base computer archives are complete. The only ones I have left, I have maybe one or two more of the base computer archives where you're sent to a planet to investigate, and the countdown for those are 6 hours. And about 6 of those base computer archive events occur, and then once those 6 are completed, then the base computer archives timer goes to 24 hours, and then you just get navigation data scraps from the base computer after that. So that's just a comment. I now have. Let me go to my. Yeah. So I now have 4 bases. The base that was my last broadcast was this running mold 1, and I think I had a running mold 2, but I ended up deleting that. That was on the Lush planet or Paradise planet in the first system. I ended up finding a place to build an oxygen farm on that planet. So I've got now 3 oxygen farms. One here, one on that Lush planet, and then the second one was in, I think in the second star system. I actually showed that planet in the broadcast number 2, I believe it was. And then this third one here, it was in a green star system. And basically, I let the game decide what I want to do. I really like this planet. And here is the third. Here's the third oxygen farm. Beautiful, beautiful planet. The other update is the mission Dreams of the Deep that I actually received in the first star system. I completed that, and that's one of the reasons why I built bases near water. My Oxygen Farm 2 and Oxygen Farm 3 are near water, so I can have a place to launch my Nautilon. And then this particular one, when I came into this green star system, one of my favorite things that I like to do in No Man's Sky is to find and repair crashed ships. So transmission towers lead you to either crashed ships or crashed freighters. So this particular transmission tower that I went to led to this crashed ship here. It happened to be an A-28 shuttle. So I ended up scrapping it, but as soon as I arrived at this location, and I pretty much do this most of the time. So whenever I go to a particular location, I'll scan, and I'll scan for hotspots. So when I scanned here, I seen this oxygen. At the time, I didn't know what it was. It was just a concentrated gas cloud. So if you go up there, it's about 250 units away. It's an S-class oxygen farm, and then over here is a C-class electrical power. Now, any class of electrical power is useful for most applications. So C-class electrical, and then the S-class oxygen. That's perfect for me. Okay. So let's talk about my units. I have over a billion units right now, and I have 131,000 nanites. I think the most important thing is the nanites, because that's often a restriction on new saves, is having the ability to get nanites easily. And that Running Mold Farm, Curious Deposit Running Mold Farm, in that first star system really helped this save progress. I had a save recently that I traveled, let's say, 12 star systems, and I did not find a good or a source for running mold. So it is RNG, but to me, if I'm in a save, whether it's the first star system or 20 star systems, I always look for running mold, because once you find running mold and you set up a base there, then you have a continuous source of nanite farming to meet your needs for that save. Okay, so that's the update. That's my ship from the last time, that Explorer. It was an A class, and I used 50,000 nanites to upgrade it to S class. And I did find some crashed ships, or bought some inexpensive S class ships, scrapped them, and I was able to upgrade the ship to an S-23, and all the technology section of the ship is fully upgraded now. The technology's upgraded. I did there's a process that you can do at the anomaly to maximize your S-class hyperdrives. If you want some more information, I would just search online, search on YouTube, or search Google to find out how to achieve maximum S-class hyperdrive distance, and you'll find it online. Okay, so Ghost in the Wind. That particular mission, my last broadcast, I just started it, and a portion of the Ghost in the Wind basically says, hey, go work on your base, and that's basically what I did. Is I worked on my base, got my base completed. My suit is fully maxed. 48 slots in the general and 48 slots in the cargo, and then the 14 slots in technology. This Ghost in the Wind, either this mission or the next one, will subject the player to some harsher conditions, at least for a short period of time. So my suggestion is for any new players, when you get to Ghost in the Wind, ideally you'd want to have at least these four hazard protections installed, and as long as you have ion batteries, you can recharge those. And then, as I mentioned before, at least one shield. I would say that would be the minimum you'd want to have to progress Ghost in the Machine. Otherwise, you're going to be risking death, and for me, I don't prefer not to die at all. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go to the space station, and we'll continue Ghost in the Machine from there. I'll just go to my ship here, create a quick save. See, my log is still selected as Base Computer Archive. Now I'm going to switch over to Ghost in the Machine. And as you're improving your base, working with the NPCs at your base, Apollo will contact you, and that contact, you're going to get a message on your ship. That contact will continue until you answer it. So once you answer it, then he's going to say, hey, continue to work on your base, maybe go farm some nanites, but then he's going to give you a gift. He's going to give you this shield, and that shield is for your multitool. And what I use this part of the Ghost Machine is a way to basically hold off Apollo until you're ready. Because otherwise, if you did not answer his message, you're going to hear that message screaming or beeping, and it just is a agitation when you're working on building your base and maxing out your suit. So now I'm going to go ahead and install this technology. Requires 2 ion batteries and 1 wiring room, which I already have. Okay, so now the mission has progressed. It says raid an abandoned building for nanites. Return to space and locate an abandoned building. So that's what I'm going to do. Ready to save. And my the S-class multi-tool that I found in one of the star systems. I've fully upgraded it. So in space here, I'm going to just press my left thumbstick. And it found, says nanite-rich location detected. Go there. Here's this is this planet we're talking about. It's an abandoned planet. And that emerald basically tells you it is a green star system. So that's the other thing I did. I went to all the different colored star systems to get some of the metals for each star system. So I went to the emerald star system, and then I went to a blue star system to get indium. It's required in future missions, so I basically have a few thousand units of each of the metals stored in my storage containers for future use. Okay, so this is an abandoned building, and I noticed that there's eggs on here, monstrosity eggs. Got the exact name they're called, but that just tells me for sure that this is a airless planet. We'll land here. Perfectly clear. Sentinels are frequent for some reason, at least per the mission. Just to show you, that's airless, and you're going to see your oxygen consumption increase when you're on these airless planets. Okay, so 500 units away. Wow. Okay, but on an airless planet, you can really, using the punch boost method, you can really go a long way. Okay, so there's the building. Oh, that's actually rust. So once you approach one of these targets, you can do a scan and it'll find it. But since I approached, the game already recognized that I was here, so it acknowledged it. So these airless planets, they're going to have whispering eggs just randomly out in the middle of basically everywhere. You'll see them. Okay. Abandoned terminal. Remove the residual goop. Discard that. User identified. Terminal now active, unlocking data log for analysis. What are the Sentinels? They appear on countless worlds without summons or warning. They traverse the galaxy unopposed and enforce their will upon every sentient being they encounter. Who made them? Who gave them the will to police the stars and demand that we bow to their silent rules? The goal of the experiment was to learn the answers to these questions. It began on an uncharted world beneath a blue-white sun, far from the axis of the civilization. The first drone screamed when it was cut open. Analyze data. I discover something coded deep inside long-awaited traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my journey. Okay, so we receive 124 nanites. Each abandoned building, you're going to get approximately that amount, maybe somewhere between 100 and 160 or so. I don't know, I don't recall the exact amount. But it's in a range. Okay, so now the ghost machine is saying, visit the technology merchant and the space station. Space station, it says multitool technology merchant. Now there's many new players at it that are just starting. These missions really do help them. So in case new players haven't been installing farming nanites and purchasing technologies, the game is basically teaching you how to find nanites. So the abandoned building was the example that they use. Story-related mission here. Goes to machine. Talk to the merchant, multi-tool merchant. Technology dealer is keen to show me their new stock, a powerful modification to my multi-tool. So you need to offer him nanites, so we just obtained like 128 nanites, and we're going to offer him 60 nanites. And he gave us a upgrade. happens to be a bolt caster. So this little placard comes up and says upgrade modules, improve a specific technology you already installed. You have already installed. Each module is unique. Search out specific or rare modules at each space station. So once again, it's talking about, and it says every core technology can support up to 3 upgrade modules, and that's per inventory slot. So on this multi-tool, let me go to the multi-tool. It's asking, in my inventory, exosuit inventory, we received this bolt caster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install it. I don't have a bolt caster in my multi-tool, but I'm going to go ahead and install it, and I think that'll allow the mission to proceed. Then when ready, return to space and make contact with Apollo. The station's technology merchants sell a wide variety of upgrades, other upgrades. Okay. Okay, so we're going to return to space. Okay, now we're receiving a message. Answer the communicator by pressing the down button on the D-pad. Unknown frequency detected. You're not alone. I know you, traveler. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. It does say unknown signal. Is it? There is no need to hurry. Ask who they are. Is it? So we're not getting a message from the unknown signal. We're just getting a garbled message. You will find us when the time is right. So that's one message. And we're getting another mission. Okay, so we'll leave those. We're going to answer the message. I don't think that pirate's going to bother us. So Polo answers, "Are you ready? Make sure you are. This job isn't going to be a small one. You might not be heading back to your base for a while. So since I've already maxed out my base and I've got my suit upgraded, I'm going to go ahead and confirm. But if you're not ready, if you don't have your suit upgraded at least partially, you can decline this, and then he'll message you again. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm." Apollo says, "Good. Let the hunt begin. I've detected a Korvax installation on that world of yours. The interference in the transmission is a giveaway. It might be disguised in the style of another species, but don't be fooled. The synthetics delight in espionage." So we can point out Apollo is robotic, or we can cough. I'll just point out he's robotic. He says, "I'm not robotic. I was born just like you were. But this is no world for flesh. My brain, what organs I have left, everything was transferred to this shell. This is who I am." So you can ask how this happened, or you can say you feel sorry for him, so I'll ask how it happened. He says, "I took my revenge when the time came. That is all you need to know." So, start from the hypothesis that the Sentinels use these portals to get around. How do they activate it? We need to observe. We need to summon them. And what better way than to attack a secret Korvax facility? They are both robotic life forms. Too much in common, too much coincidence. Enter the factory and hack the terminals within. If we gain data about the Sentinels, good. If not, well, we have summoned enough of them to trace any energy spikes on that world of yours. The portals will be ours in no time. I'll know the facility location. Polo nods at me for the first time. I sense respect in their gestures. The approximate coordinates for the hidden facility are logged to my Starship's navigation computer. Okay, so it says suspect Korvax facility. Guessing it's on this planet here, so it's on a toxic planet. So since we're in a green star system, the weather may be worse than yellow star. Oh, is that we're not going to the? Okay, so we're going to the Starbowl planet, our lush planet. As the screen shows, I was at least on this planet for a short time. There's my pulse engine with tritium. There's a drop pod. Just going to go to using my D-pad to navigate to this. So this there's a current storm going on. I'll wait a few seconds. These storms tend to last about 3 minutes. Say 3 to 5 minutes in a range. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit my ship and start scanning and then head towards the direction it wants us to go. 400 units away. Now, if you're a new player and you don't have the upgrades installed, that's a long way. Movement upgrades. You might want to fly your ship in this general direction. And you'll notice even with these upgrades, I flew relatively easily. When the temperatures are hot, like this hot storm, your movement will go even better than normal. I get that navigation data, and I'll use that navigation data to call my ship to this location. Okay, we're going to need to break in. Now, one of the things, some of these, see, when you see these dogs, those mechanical dogs, sentinel dogs, they're dangerous, so you want to be careful. If you're a new player and you don't have upgrades, they can kill you relatively easily. It's asking for some materials to repair this station. 20 sodium, 50 pure ferrite, and 8 chromatic metal. That's Kazit, or garbled signal. Zicked. The terminal houses an upgrade module for my exosuit. However, I find few clues for Apollo. It seems a Korvax within left this world many days ago, apparently recalled on a priority transmission to their species flotilla. Something has worried them, rather. Probe facility logs. The place seems to have been more than just a factory. It was a home to the Korvax who lived within its walls. It appears that they were experimenting with the autonomy from their collective. Examine video feeds. One of the internal sensors has recorded movement within the facility. It shows me footage of vents at my feet. There is something here with me here. Shine the light upon it. Shine a light upon it. It is a small, hairy creature, shaking and afraid. It cries out. The animal appears to have lived here for quite some time. There is a nest in the corner, vestiges of food upon a small dish, even a few clumsy toys and trinkets. The animal seems to have been a companion to the Korvax. My scanner tells me that the creature is gravely ill. It will die no matter what intervention occurs. So you can feed the animal carbon, you can euthanize the animal, you can do nothing. So I'm going to euthanize the animal. As the creature looks mournfully at me, I fire a single charge of my multitool. It shivers no more. Its suffering is at an end. I move on from the factory complex. Received 135 nanites. And now these like I said, these dogs are dangerous, so you want to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and just leave the area. For new players, if you head into space right now, you will be attacked by sentinel ships in space, and they're much more dangerous than the average ship. I'll just land here. Okay, so the Sentinel's now disengaged. So we're actually have progressed to the next mission called Leap in the Dark. I'm going to talk to Apollo. Good work. Your attack on the factory paid off. Did you get any useful data? You can either say no or ask what happens next. I'll say no. No matter. We have what we need. I recorded countless signal flares when the Sentinels started to appear. Energy streams sparked beneath the planet's surface, moving from monolith to monolith. We must be on the right track. Examine these structures. They're all linked. I know it. I'll tune your scanner to the Sentinel energy signals. We shall soon have our prey. Good luck. I'll speak to you on the other side. Okay, so it's asking us to bring word to Apollo. Go up into space a little bit further. use my D-pad to call in the space anomaly. I'm going to go directly to talk to Nada, but just as a reminder, every day that you play, visit Helios and Federation Ares. Anything you scanned or progress you've made in your game, you'll be rewarded with nanites. We'll talk to Nada. What new knowledge, traveler? Is Apollo entity known to you? Explain Apollo's plan. Traveler entity that is not known to Nada, yet they know Artemis entity, who themselves no longer recalls Nada. You bring news that alarms Nada. What else does our home fail to see? Nada looks troubled. They retreat into themselves. Ask what to do. Polo friend has kept us safe. Nada's carapace has been Nada's only for many years, outside of the circle of data. We help others escape, those who might process our reality. Nada has peace here. Those who hunt us cannot see us. Nada does not want it to end. But better to understand, to know what comes for us. Do not stop on our account. He gave us some nanites and some quicksilver. So I just talked to Nada. I'm going to talk to Polo. And the top of his message will be about the story that you're dealing with right now. Nada is alarmed by Apollo friend. I'm not. It is exciting to see where our model fails. If we are wrong, then there are more friends than we realize. More friends and more stars. Ask about sentinels. Novel Apollo allies himself with the Vy'keen. Enjoys to hunt the sentinels. Good, but it will not work. They will always come. It is beyond us to change. Everywhere our home has been, the hunters will follow. So, as it says there, continue with the leap on the dark. I'm going to head to my ship